I've got a question about an older car, a diecast car, but it's an older one. The only ones people collect nowadays are the new ones, the fancy ones. Auto Art, GMP, stuff like that. Who do I ask about this older one? Motor Max. I want to know if the details are good. I know who to call for the answers. At your service. No sweat.
It's Morgan Freeman here. This episode of Crack It with Retro Collectibles is sponsored by, and in conjunction with, the godfather of diecast, the mysterious but generous Glenn Cowie, and the Cowie Diecast Museum, letting expensive diecast cars breathe since 2019.
Before we start, guys, I totally forgot to show you guys the two unique Volkswagen diecasts at the end of the last video. My bad. A lot of editing I have to do, and I got to remember a lot of stuff. This video I'm going to show you. They're just very unique. One of them is Herbie, and it's one that I've never seen before. And you know, if I've never seen a Herbie before, as much as I love Herbie, it's unique. Anyway, let's get into this guy. So if you flash back, guys, to my older videos, you'll remember this guy, Motor Max. By Motor Max. It's the 32 Ford American Graffiti. I got it for $80 in the box. I'll put a link in the description of this video. I was debating on it. It was marked 100 at first. I said, I don't know the quality and details. I looked at pictures that looked good. I said, if it goes down in price anymore, I'll snag it. And it went down in price. Only problem was, if you remember this, it said American Graffiti on the side of the car. But if you've seen other videos, you know I know how to remove stuff like that without leaving a mark. So surprisingly, the Motor Max was nice enough that even if I find a cheaper Ertl, like normally I would call this a placeholder, I'm not going to replace it. Like, that looks good enough for me. Motor Max. So when Dave brought over the Motor Max car from American Graffiti, I seen they made a lot of them, okay? They even did a Dodge Ram truck. Now, American Graffiti obviously did not have, a later model Dodge Ram truck. Not super late, like, early 2000s, whatever it is. It's a yellow truck. Don't hang me if I'm wrong. All I know is it's for the American Graffiti Motor Max line. It's a Dodge Ram truck. Kind of doesn't belong. Now, Retro is going to be honest with his Retro Maniacs. I don't know if that ever appeared in the movie. I have no idea. I don't remember. I know that they do add stuff that didn't appear just to add to the line, like that Dodge Ram that's really out of place. But this is possible it was in the line. What I'm interested in this is the quality and details. Plus, I've never unboxed a 1950 Chev like that before. It's a Chev Belair. I'm looking forward to seeing the motor, the interior. And see this thing, if anybody likes this car and if you're thinking about pulling the trigger on it, this can come off. Now, I'm not going to remove this. This is a loaner car. This car belongs to Dave H. He's letting me unbox it. He knows that this is a different one. Like, I have never seen this as part of the American Graffiti line. Leave a comment if you've seen this particular car. Like, I've seen oddball ones. Neither of us have seen this one. But we're looking really forward to seeing the details of this thing. It's already been opened. That's why I borrowed it for an unboxing. Obviously, I wouldn't ask if it's never been cracked like that and if it's had no straps. Diecast collection, American Graffiti. It doesn't say much details, does it? Okay, guys, I'm really looking forward to this. The uniqueness of this car. 1950 Chev Belair, if you are a fan of this style car. I know Chico that does the Chico Models channel. He watches this. We watch him. Glenn watches a lot of your stuff, Chico. You do good videos. I have a feeling he'll be a fan of this car. But anyway, we're going to open it up and look at it. I'm very interested to know, like I said, the details. Motor Max blew me away with the 32 American Graffiti Ford because I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to get that and use it as a placeholder until I found the Ertl version for cheap, because sometimes I have seen the Ertl version as cheap as $100 for the yellow car. The black car fetches more money than the yellow one, but that's, if you're like me, you like the black one better. The black car. A lot of the movies, I like the Nemesis cars better. It's funny. Like Grease, I like Crater Face's car in Grease better than Grease Lightning. And even the Grease Lightning cars, I like the white one better than the red one. The red one just looks too phony to me. I don't know. So anyway, guys, cracking her open. Now this has already breathed. This came out of that shop on Ottawa Street. Dave went back, being slick. I showed him the video of the cars that we seen to see if anything he liked, and he went back and he actually talked to the owner. And it turns out there was a bunch of cars buried behind the front ones. So he ended up scoring a few that he liked. He got a good deal as well. So far, paint looks great. Yeah, the Motor Max, the 32, the paint is awesome on it. Now again, these guys, I'm going to remind you that you keep the plastic inserts, you keep everything, right? That is all your value. So of course, we're going to have to take this right off the base to have a good look at it. And if you're thinking about getting this, but that is holding you back, don't let it hold you back, because it's as simple as acetone-free nail polish remover and some Q-tips. And I have videos showing exactly how to remove that, and I'm going to put a link to that as well. You'll see how I removed it off the yellow American Graffiti car. A very easy process. Doors shut nicely. It's got nice weight to it. Again, thank you, Dave H, for letting us unbox your car. It's a loaner. Like he doesn't know the process of the editing of my videos and stuff. And earlier when he was here, he was visiting for a while, and he thought that I unboxed it while he was here. And I said, "Oh no!" I said, "It takes a minute, buddy. A lot of editing." So using little stubby to get the, it's 4 Phillips holding this. Some of them are flathead, some of them are Phillips. This is Phillips. And I don't mean some of them being some of the Motor Max. I mean some of them in general. Diecast cars, like the bases, have different ones, of course. The last video, guys, what did you think of the Shelby with the bubbled out, looked like pizza cheese melting, eh? Yeah, the only thing we could figure out is that storage unit got hot, and it wasn't in there for too super long either. So you just have to be aware of the climate conditions. Like even if it's too cold is bad too. Like unfinished basements, you have to be careful with certain things, and collectibles wise, things can warp, things can, you know.
And that was in there during the winter time, so I don't know. Why it would have got so hot.
Well, the end of it was in there during March, I think you said, didn't you?
Yeah, the middle of March I moved out here.
Yeah, so we might have had some heat during that time. Because I know this year during the middle of March, we had a few real hot days, if you remember. Mm-hmm. I thought, anyway, it was middle of March. But yeah, that's the only thing that would explain it would be heat. Got hot somewhere. Okay. So, and it was sealed. That was factory sealed, guys. No tricks. That's not retro playing a trick for the video or anything. That's how we found that in the basement. Like the video started out, I was going to unbox this, or yeah, I was going to unbox this actually. And then we got downstairs in the basement looking at stuff because Glenn and Dave were going to do a trade. And we found totes that we had never opened before, and the totes had cars we had never noticed before down there since he had moved in. And one of them was that, and Dave pulled it out. He, oh my god, look at this. I didn't realize how bad it was, and I walked, holy crap, like, because that blows me away that like this is part of the mystery, okay? That the window that's heavier plastic melted. Part of the inside melted, like was starting to melt, but the plastic window on the box didn't melt. It's got a higher melting point than the thicker plastic. Like plastic, is made up of a lot of chemical compounds, and sometimes it's weird stuff, man. And that's why we take it off, the straps off. Because sometimes the plastic will react with the paint, or sometimes it makes the paint react weird. Like, it just, straps, no good. Okay. And this video, guys, I'm going to remember to show you those VWs. Okay, so let's see what the back of this says. See if it mentions anybody in the movie. So I will read it to you guys. Okay, sorry guys. In 1950, Chevrolet sold more than 76,000 units of the Styleline Deluxe Belair. Oh, it is the two-door Styleline, yeah. A concern that the Korean War would bring shortages to the civilian automobile supply like it had in World War II, buyers snapped up the production models of the 50 Belair, which was available as the first hardtop vehicle without a B-pillar from Chevrolet. The pillarless Belair Coupe was promoted with an open to the summer breeze, yet snug against the wintry wind slogan. Oh yeah. The 1950 Belair has a sticker price of $1,741 US, two-tone leather seats, and pile cord fabric added a touch of luxury and elegance to this new style Belair. Sorry guys, as you can see, it's kind of small, well, for my eyes at least, right? But yeah, it's cool that it spit out some history about the car. It makes me think more that the car wasn't in the movie because it doesn't mention any characters or anything. But man, guys, that looks well done from first glance. The paint is beautiful on it. There's no paint rash. The plate, 1950. Now, guys, don't shoot me. I'm not a big expert on these cars. Although I will say I had a conversation with somebody in the comments or something about my father helping restore a car when I was a kid. I didn't know what car it was. Seeing the taillights, this is the car. For some reason, he was calling it, when I was a kid, a torpedo back. But after seeing those taillights, that's the car him and his friend Ronnie rebuilt and repainted. I remember it looked nice in the end, but the paint was like a bunch of different colors mixed together, but it was like a candy color. But it wasn't like Barrett Jackson material, but this is the car. Right here that he did. It's got the light on it, I love that. This is well done, guys, for Motor Max. Look at that. Look at that. But again, was it in the movie? I don't know. And am I an expert on this car? No, so please don't shoot me. I'm just saying it looks nice. It has a nice weight to it. Like, it's even got chrome accents at the gas tank. And from what I've seen, the doors and everything open nice. So let's start out at the trunk, okay? Now, usually the Ertl, so this is from, what year did I say? What year did I say, guys?
92, wasn't it?
No, not that old. Maybe 2002, maybe? I'm going to check right now.
I didn't hear you say a year, but I think you did earlier in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's what I mean, earlier today, but I don't think it'd be that late. 2007. That's surprising. I thought it'd be early 2000s, whatever. So I can't really compare it much to Ertl, but I know the Ertl in the early to mid 2000s didn't have an opening trunk. See, that's pretty impressive. Most people would not think that because Motor Max's boxes kind of fool you. They don't have the nicest box, eh? That's why I wondered about that American Graffiti car that I bought with Ford. It comes with, yeah, the spare tire in the back. And of course, we're going to look under different lighting conditions. So we'll start with the passenger side first. Trunk opens beautiful, by the way. The paint is gorgeous. Wow, the doors open gorgeous. They line up good. Oh yeah, that is a lot more. And see the accents on the door, guys? Just the handles and stuff. That's the little stuff I talk about when I talk about getting a chrome paint pen. You don't got to with the Motor Max. Don't got to do it. So we're going to look from the driver's side, then we're going to look under the mill, then we're going to go to the look-see soot. But yeah, this paint is gorgeous. Yeah, what caught my eye first was the rarity, but then I said, I've got to see that car because we've never done one like that. And it looked very nice in the box, very ornamental almost, you know, like all the chrome and yeah, see that? The little details on the door. Dash is nice. Do the seats move? Yes, they do. A little bit, actually. Seats move a little bit. And you know what, guys? We've been slacking on the lives lately. This Saturday, I did a movie that was almost 2 hours for you guys. That's why I slacked on the live this week. Maybe next weekend we'll do a live. If Glenn's not working, I try to do it when we're both here. Okay, so let's look under the hood. I'll let you guys have first glance. I'm not looking, guys. I can't even see anything. See if you guys are seeing it. I'm gonna look. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's really well done, guys. It looks like the motor from that era, but all rebuilt. Like, because it looks like it would from the factory, right? It's supposed to be a new car. That is detailed, though, guys. Motor Max. This is what I'm talking about. This defines why we open the older stuff here. Because if you were walking by this at a diecast show and it said 40, 50 bucks on the box, oh, Motor Max, it's garbage. That is not garbage, guys. Like, that's... God forgive me. That's nicer than some Ertls. And you guys know the love I have for Ertl. You know it. And just that I won't replace that 32 Ford, even if I find the Ertl version of it for cheap, that's got to tell you. Because you guys know I love Ertl. To me, they're like the godfathers. Let's look at this on the look-see set. Look at that, guys. So let's say Chico from Chico's Model Cars, his YouTube page. Let's say he's a fan of this in particular car. The 1950 Chevy Belair two-door Styleline, okay? But he's wondering, should I get that Motor Max? You know, it's Motor Max. It says American Graffiti on the side. How are the details? Nobody else has really unboxed one. Well, I don't know. There could be somebody else that unboxed one 12 years ago. But is it worth me getting one? Totally. I'm blown away with how nice this thing looks. Wow. I'm not a fan of most of these cars like this. I like the 55 Chev, stuff like that. But that is nicely done. So guys, I'm going to look under these different lighting conditions. You will notice one minor quibble that I have is the battery. It's not filled in. But they did so well on the rest of that. Look at that. Like, that is just really well done. Just coming right up to show you guys that beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, even the paint on it is flawless. The paintwork, like, it just, the roof looks even amazing. Just a very nice. Wow. I love how they added that light to it. It doesn't have the rear view mirror on the side of the car. It's got the searchlight. That's awesome. Right down to the accents on the side. Belair. Look at that paint, guys. That's so nice. And again, this comes off simple. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. Just a look at those two-tone seats they told us about. Even in the back, guys. Look at the details everywhere your eye can see. They don't cheap out. Motor Max. Older to boot. Zoomed right in a view from the American side. They even did it so that the pedal pops. The gas and brake pedal. Not much to see in the trunk. Nice touch though that it opens and has a spare tire. The details, boys and girls. So there you have it, guys. The Motor Max 32 Ford beside the Motor Max 1950 Chev two-door Styleline. Was the two-door Styleline actually in the movie? I can't confirm that. I don't remember. Maybe one of you guys can confirm it in the comments. If you remember seeing this car in this color in the movie. Or have you seen the diecast version of this car around? I haven't seen this one at all. And some of them I've seen are pretty oddball, like that yellow Dodge Ram. But I've never seen this. So due to the age of this beautiful car and not knowing if it's actually in the movie, I'm not going to retro score it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. If you're a fan of this style car, definitely pick this up. The quality is great, the details are great, and that American Graffiti on the side of the car, that's only on one side by the way, comes right off with ease. Acetone-free nail polish remover, I will put a link in the description. That thing is gorgeous, guys. Before I let you go, it's almost like I'm forgetting something. I've got to get back to, it's a good hunting week this week. You think I was going to forget those VWs again? I've even got something to bring you back down memory lane. So first off, we'll start out with this guy. Check that out. Old school. Rare gold, 1 of 500. Johnny Lightning Baja Bug. Way they did chases, I guess, back in the day. Well, not a chase, but just a rare edition, I guess. Or maybe it was a chase. I don't know. Rare chrome editions. Just something I've never seen before. Now this is the Herbie I've never seen before. And I believe this is, if you look at my hand, I believe it's 1/87 scale. Definitely made by people I've never heard of, or I don't think I've had anything by them. Hongwell.com. Doesn't look bad though. It's very interesting. Yeah, Glenn showed me that today. I said, wow, I've never seen that little guy before. Doesn't look like anything opens or anything, but it looks very cool. And here's your memory lane. I was born in 1978. So if you're from my era, you know what I'm talking about. You might have got this at Easter or under the Christmas tree one year. Back around 1983, 84, or maybe 86. My bad, it's 86. But yeah, a lot of people got that casting that year. Which is very cool. Okay guys, I got you the pre-edit info instead of post-edit this time. It was actually Glenn that got the info. While I was talking about it, he Googled Hongwell, which is the website for the company. It's legit. It's just not a very high-tech website. And one of their products is that KRAK or whatever it is, that line of cars, and that's Herbie. They're out of Hong Kong though. They got accredited in 2004, I believe, as a business. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, what you seen me unbox was the American Graffiti Motor Max 1950 Chevy Belair two-door Styleline. Now, again, I don't know if this car was in the movie. Motor Max actually also did a Dodge Ram. What I do know is if you like this car, the details just knock my socks off. Like, I'm shocked how beautiful that is. I just took some still pictures and it looked, well, I'll show you guys. Check it out. Huh? Those come out nice in pictures, right? That takes a nice picture, that car. Can't wait to send Dave those, actually. That is a nice car. I'm impressed. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. You know what I'm going to say. If you like what you saw, smash the like button for me. Hit subscribe. And share. And as always, guys, happy hunting.
This beat is stupid grimy, that's a KRAK kick. There's some open eyes, shit open eyes when I spit. I get wound up like dogs around the postmaster. The dough stack up with no manner. I'm crack